Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica Gibson from Kaleidoscopes Polka Dots. Today I have a review of a Jane Austen fanfiction companion series. I think the series is called Pemberley, although my Audible doesn't want to work for me right now.
Cara Lee Witness, Pemberley Book 1.
Before I get started, I think I should preface it with how it is that I review books, because I rated a few of these 4 out of 5 stars, one of these 2 out of 5 stars, and with such discrepancy you'd think, what is... I did a blog post about this. Long story short, I rate books according to my level of enjoyment. Jane Austen fanfiction is something that I have a serious soft spot for, and because of it, it's bound to at least get 3 out of 5 stars, unless it's really bad, like this one was. I will get into that a little later. I go further into detail in the blog post, so I won't bother you with it. I am just a girl who loves books and loves a good story, so that is how I rated these books. Now that we have that out of the way, the first book in the Pemberley series by Bray is the Cara Lee Witness. This one I rated 4 out of 5. It is by far the best in this set. It follows the story of a man who is an accountant to some pretty bad people. They are out to get him and he doesn't even know it. And they actually think that he is killed. They send word to his wife that she is now a widow, and they bury him, and she's distraught. But little does she know that was all staged. I don't want to go too much into detail with it, but he's alive. And the men follow. Will they get her? Will they get him? Will they get them? All the while, this man is cooped up with Mr. Darcy, or with the Darcys, because Lizzie Bennet is, of course, in the picture. This was a very, very nice story. I really liked it. It was well thought out. It was endearing. The characters were so lovely. I really liked it, so I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The second book is the worst book. Pompous Kean follows the story of a young woman and her father and her soon-to-be husband. They have traveled a great length so that she and the man can get married. They are, of course, carrying her dowry, because that's what they do back in those days, and they get robbed, and they get robbed right around the corner from the Pemberley estate. And of course, the Darcys help out in as much as they can. They go after the robbers, and the robbers somehow make it back and try it again and again and again and again and again and again. Okay, it's not that much, but it seems like it's constantly happening. So obviously, somebody in the group is behind it. It's terrible. It's such a bad storyline, and not just that. The characters are terrible. The father, the soon-to-be husband, the girl especially, the Darcys alone are the best. That was basically the only reason why I kept listening, because it was just ridiculous. So of course I gave this one 2 out of 5 stars. Just skip it. Why didn't I stop listening? Because I just wanted to know what the ending was all about. You've been there. And it's not that long of a story. The final story is called Blinded Recluse. This follows the story of a young girl who is soon to be orphaned by her father, who's on his deathbed in the beginning of the story. It is a very sweet story. What happens to her, I'm not going to say, but it is a very touching story. I really liked it. The Darcys get involved, of course, and it is just, it's wonderful. Except for the narration. And the narration, I must say, has something to do with my rating system. I think that if I had read these, the first and the last story, by myself, I think I would have given both of them 5 out of 5 stars, because they are just really lovely stories that I thoroughly enjoyed. The narration was a bit of a recluse. I really didn't care for Stevie Zimmerman's portrayal of the damsel in distress.
Pompous Schemes, Pemberley Book 2. Fetch Mrs. Darcy! Aimee shouted at the footman. Colonel Fitzwilliam kissed me last night, and now Don Duarte is reclaiming his honor.
That woman was so obnoxious. I just cringed whenever Stevie would portray her character. Had I read it on my own, I probably still would have given it 2 out of 5 stars, but man, it was just grating. Her decisions, her lines, everything about her was annoying, and then Stevie's portrayal of her accentuated her negatives, so she just couldn't win. And then the third book, Blinded Recluse, The damsel is the young girl. The young girl is very young. She's about 12 years old. And Stevie provides her almost the same voice as she did the damsel in the dowry story. It wasn't necessary.
Take me to Papa.
I really felt bad feeling like it was grating to listen to her. These stories are all less than 3 hours. The first story is 2 hours and 52 minutes. This one is the longest. The middle one, Pompous Games, it is 2 hours, 13 minutes. The last one, Blinded Recluse, is 2 hours and 2 minutes. The covers are gorgeous. I think that's why I bought them. And the prices weren't bad. I think they were all under like $10. I'm not bothered that I spent my time on these. I really like them overall. It gave me a good dose of something that I was missing. In February, I will be rereading Pride and Prejudice, My Baby, My Doll. And stories like these just get me really pumped. Bray has other stories that are in the same vein. I don't think that I will be seeking out anything else from her in the near future. And I will definitely be skipping out on anything that Stevie Zimmerman narrates. She is just not my favorite narrator. She is yours, I'm so glad you found her, because I know what it is like to find the narrator of your dreams. Jennifer Ikeda, Fiona Hardingham, just to name a few. As far as the Darcy's involvement, they are more like side characters. They help out the storyline, but ultimately it's the people who are in trouble. You get the bulk of the spotlight, and I really like that. Not all Jane Austen fanfiction needs to revolve around the Darcys or the Bennets. I just liked to see how it is that they would react if they were in these situations, and that is, I think, pretty spot on. Bray did a really good job with that. So yes, I recommend these books if you are in the mood for something like this. Please share your stories, your recommendations with me if you have any others for good Jane Austen fanfiction. What do you think about my hair? I don't know. I just cut it again. Probably gonna put it up. And there is like not much in the back. Okay guys, that is it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you very soon.